BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Why is there a black spot right there? Did I erase something and did not know? It sounds like there's a possibility. But how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful day. Couple of things we're gonna talk about today, obviously. We're gonna get back into the whole situation that's happening with the CEO Khris. Um, I think that I personally think it's important we discuss this matter because we shouldn't discussing the CEO Khris matter. We're going to be discussing Treyway, the things that's happening involved in that case. I also think we're going to move on to the 5-9. We back? We back? Okay, we back. What the fuck, yo? Anyway, so we back. I'm assuming watch for that to be happening today. All I can tell you is after you get kicked, just come right back. Actually, if after you get kicked, if you come back, you didn't help the channel. So after you get kicked, come right back. That actually helps the channel, just so you know. That's gonna give us an extra view. I think we got DDoS, that's all. Just people attacking the channel, that's it. Flagging us and everything else. Anyway, remember there's people out there that don't want individuals to know about CEO Khris. There's people out there that want to put all the blame on Tekashi 6ix9ine, and they don't want people to know that there's literally somebody out there that's getting people caught up in this particular these messes. So keep that into consideration when you see the channel getting flagged, when you see people trying to, get me up out of here by trying to destroy. One of the main reasons why we have all of the problems that we have over here is because I don't bash Takashi. That's one of the main reasons why we have all of the problems that we have. Because I don't make videos disrespecting Takashi, calling him out of his name. I make videos being fair. So I haven't been bought. So I don't know no way to put that. The best example I could give is look at Punch. He knows everything, right? Then why hasn't he been telling anybody about CEO Khris? Please explain that to me. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to world famous Peter Medford with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to Rashik for the $1.99 drop. Shout out to Rashik again for the $1.99 drop. And shout out to William. Man, that's interesting. And shout out to William Somerville with the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you. That's pretty interesting. I just seen something. All right, so now I know who you are, homeboy. It is what it is. And let's go through roll call. And then we'll do for the donations that already came today. Shout out to D No Love. How you doing this morning? What up, Deshaun Ragsdale, Chanel Rogers? How you doing this morning, baby girl? Chanel Rogers says top of the morning, BB and fam. Happy Friday. That's a whole fact. How you doing today? Happy Friday. Shout out to Natasha Johnson. She says good morning. Thank God it's Friday. That's a whole fact. Shout out to DSTN. I haven't seen you in a while, my brother. Happy to see you back. What up, Gully Boy? Pop Smoke Killers arrested. Caught at apartment in DTLA. Hold on. Send me that link. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything about Pop Smoke's killers being arrested. I don't see anything about that. I need for you to send me that link. I need you to send me that link. I don't know what you're talking about. I just look real quick. I don't know what you're talking about. Send me the link. Shout out to James S. He says BBN top of the morning. Everyone hit that like button on the way in. That's a whole fact. What up, Act Sour God? How you doing? What up, Shakes? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you come back. What up, Billy Gordo? He says top of the morning, BBN fam. Fish Loke, what's up? Captain James T. Crypto, what's up? He said, in my city, snitches don't live long. The whole city on your head when the word gets out that you a snitch. What city you from, Captain James T. Crypto? By the way, I mean, I'm not a snitch. I don't care. I'm coming, but I just want to know. I'm curious. What up, Almond Brown? How you doing this morning? Okay. What up? I said James S. What up, Gino Branch? What up, Juju Thomas? Juju Thomas is top of the morning. Yaga yo, Frost Files. What's up, Guillermo? How you doing today? He says, Buenos dias, Frost. Hope your Friday is blessed. I hope everybody Friday is blessed, and that's a whole fact. We're gonna be lagging like hell today, so I'm just want y'all to know we are gonna be lagging like hell. There's nothing I can do about it at the moment. Anyway, what up, EOS? Who else we got up in here? Illusion. Shake says, shout out to all my little man's basketball team playing year tournament. Yo, Shake's, anybody that don't follow Shake's on IG, Shake's son is out there killing them. Killing him. You know his son too, because he got the glasses on like he Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he only like 2 foot high. And he out there crossing them kids up like something crazy. Yo, your son gonna be nice, man. That's your son? He gonna kill him. Like, just keep him on the right track, man. I mean, I obviously I don't have to say that, but yeah, like I see him. I see him. You know I see him. I be liking the videos. What up, Focus Sports? How you doing today? What up, Crisis Black, Foot and Ass Entertainment? Who else we got up in here? And you said he's playing for the gold on Sunday. Salute. Good luck. What up, D Frost? Who else we got up in here? Casino, how you doing, Casino? I don't see nowhere where it says Pop Smoke's killers are arrested. Send me the link or please stop saying it. That's all I can say. That's all I'm saying. Please stop saying it or send me the link. Two suspects in custody that kills Pop Smoke. That's what somebody put up. This is on Twitter though. I need something else. This is on Twitter. This was posted 27th. That's yesterday. Two suspects in custody that killed Pop Smoke. But I already told y'all that they was on top of that. So, but somebody else said the same thing. You got a source? What's his source? Suspects in custody doesn't mean that they're the one that pulled the trigger, but most likely they will solve the problem. Well, we'll see what happens. But like I said, that's just somebody's tweet. We need more than that. We need more than just somebody's tweet. We can't take that as a fact. And I'm assuming that if this happened, the fucking TMZ would be on top of it already. TMZ is on top of everything that happened with celebrities. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying what it is. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. He says I'm on some petty ish this morning. Foot in the Ass Entertainment is looking for somebody to play with. I ain't mad at you. Let me just say all the donations for this morning so I could just get it out the way so we can stay on point. Shout out to David. Okay, I'm not sure who this is on here. Right? I'm not sure who this is on here. Oh, yeah. Also, shout out to Home Team Network last night with the drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. I'm not sure who this David guy is on here. I don't want to put your real name out there, but shout out to Homeboy. South London. Shout out to London. Oh, shout out to Heaven. Don't worry, we still got a shout out to Heaven for the donation in the morning. Definitely appreciate you. And also shout out to Prince to Amir. I always check to make sure. Shout out to Prince to Amir for this morning drops. Definitely appreciate you. I DM'd you the DDS thing. Yes. Thank you, Sha. I'm gonna take care of that today. Yeah, so TMZ isn't reporting on that, so I need a little bit more. And if TMZ isn't reporting on it, The only way I see TMZ not reporting on something is if the police specifically ask them not to. What up, Dirty Digital Media, Shy Murder, Katie Cam, Illuminigro, Enlightened Minority, Liberty Hazelton. How y'all doing? We're gonna get to the show now. If I missed you, my apologies. Ivan the Traveler, the Real Drone, Sule, how you doing? What up, PG? What up? Bet got with the 199 drop. Definitely appreciate you. Tiffany Harrison. Everybody I missed, my apologies. Well, we got to get the show going. We almost 20 minutes in already. All right, so a couple of things we're going to talk about. We're going to be talking about the whole situation with Sovereign CIA Khris. A lot of people don't know what's going on with CIA Khris. CIA Khris has been let free. CIA Khris is a free man. CIA Khris has been given time served plus 1 week. Before the people get upset at the judicial system by saying, how can the judicial system do this? Because they know that this guy put all these drugs out to the street. You have to also take this into consideration. This guy helped them get people. Specifically, his help, his testimony, and his compliance with the government literally helped them get I want to make sure I say the right names. His help, Christian Cruz's help. This is what the court said. This is what the court said. Take this into consideration before anybody blames me for saying these things. This is what was said in court. This is not Jack Frost. Because there's channels that want like building their name off of saying that I'm saying things I'm not saying. So this is not, and then there'll be people that just be believing them. I'll be like, what the fuck, yo? Like, really? No, damn well. Anyway. So there was 4 people that he helped get unequivocally. There's no question about. I believe one was Roe, one was Mel, the other one was Bat and Nuke. Without CIA Khris, they would not have been able to get those 4 people, and they also the government also said that they would not have been able to guarantee a Harv conviction either. They would not have been able to guarantee Harv's conviction. So I have a question, and my question is this. There's no way that the people involved in this case did not know about. There's no way that the people that are involved in this case that know Tekashi personally did not know that Christian Cruz was doing what he was doing. It's not possible. So the question is, why have all of these people taken? What up, Bree? We got Bree up in here. My question is, why have why have people who know about the case, who got people that's involved in the case, why have they not mentioned Christian Cruz? Shadi mentioned Christian Cruz. Shadi said that Christian Cruz is the reason why they was locked up. In the interview that Shadi did with Soul B's wife, not Tasha, Tasha's their daughter name. I forgot her name. My apologies. I forgot Soul B's wife's name. I remember his daughter's name and I remember his name, but I forgot her name. My apologies. But she did an interview with Shadi, and in that interview, Shadi said that 6ix9ine, Shadi says that it was actually somebody else that got them. Isha J. Salute to Isha J. Shout out to her. I know they don't like me too much, but that don't mean that I'm weird. I'm like one of those people that you cannot like me, but that doesn't mean that I dislike you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would literally have to do something for me to dislike you. I don't dislike somebody just because I think they got beef with me. That's a waste of time and energy. Anyway, shout out to Isha J. I don't know if they like me or not, by the way, but shout out to Isha J. Saying stuff don't bother me. She had an interview with Shadi. That was an alright interview. I mean, I thought, like, me knowing that this isn't something that she does often, this is something that she's starting to do, or that's her first, or whatever the case might be. It was a pretty decent interview. It wasn't a bad interview for somebody who's starting out. It was a really good interview. It was an excellent interview for somebody who's starting to interview people. But it was a pretty good interview. Go check it out. In that interview, he says basically that, you know, there was somebody other than Tekashi who is actually the reason why everybody got caught up. He's talking about CIA Khris, period. Now everybody could stop making jokes about how some Mexican boy took down one of the biggest gangs in Brooklyn, because in reality, just so we could be clear on a couple of things, Tekashi didn't take anybody down. I'm going to explain what they said in court. He helped. He helped. The driver was snitching also. Okay, so real quick, so y'all could get a real understanding about what basically was going on. CIA Khris got everybody lined up. All the wiretaps, everything goes back to CIA Khris. All the ones that helped them get information goes back to CIA Khris. Let me plug this computer in. So when people are busy trying to say Tekashi did this, Tekashi did that, they just talking out their ass. They literally are just trying to just make it so they trying to. I'm gonna tell you why I probably feel away about the whole Tekashi situation, because I had people trying to ruin my career, ruin my image with lies, right? So I personally just know how that feel. You understand what I'm saying? For people to just be lying on you, and for people that don't know no better to believe it. Khris was not just the first snitch. Khris is the one. Before CIA Khris, they had stuff on Treyway, but they didn't have anything that was actionable, basically. Like, they knew they was doing stuff. You know how you know somebody's cheating, but you don't know how they cheating, so there's not nothing you could do about it? That was basically the situation. Stay Wise says, if Tekashi helped the government as much as people think, he would not have the title snitch attached to him. That's a fact. That's a fact. They would be trying to hide him, like all of those people that's helping people hide CIA Khris. Ask yourself, why is everybody ignoring CIA Khris except for Jack Frost? Why is everybody ignoring CIA Khris except for Jack Frost? Please, somebody explain this to me. Yo, can we get those likes up if y'all don't mind? We went over this last night on the Tonight Show. We're gonna go over some of this again. Khris got caught up and folded, or did he just? No. Khris got caught. Khris got caught. The government caught Khris. They busted him. They caught him with the getting the drugs from China. They caught him getting the drugs from China. Remember, he was having drugs shipped in. For everybody that don't know, he was having fentanyl shipped in from China. That's how they caught him. Shout out to William Somerville with the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. He got the shades on, just looking cool. He like, hey, take this $5. And he like threw it up in the air and it just floated right where it was supposed to go. You know how when money be floating like that? It just floated right where it was supposed to go. He's bringing in coronavirus drugs. So that's basically how he got caught up. After he got caught up, he started working with the government. Treyway was not the first people that he was working to take down. That's another thing. They literally have a dude in the case, CIA Khris, who has taken down at least one other gang And all people want to talk about is Tekashi. Nobody want to talk about how CEO Khris brought the feds. Nobody don't want to talk about that. There's this thing called integrity. I'm not gonna lie. I never really thought I didn't know how to quantify integrity. Like there was a long time in my life that I did not understand how to quantify integrity. That's when I realized that I must have some. Because I didn't even understand how to quantify integrity. You understand what I'm saying? In reality, integrity is what you do when nobody's watching. Right? Somebody with integrity is doing good even when nobody's around to see it. Right? So when I look at these people who are on the internet, they got YouTube channels, they got followings, they got a movement, and all they want to do, they don't care about the truth. They don't care about being fair. They don't care about honesty. All they want to do is try to catch a wave. So they hear somebody say Takashi's a snitch. That's how you get your video viewed. So now all we're going to do is make Tekashi snitching videos for the next 2 or 3 weeks. You feel me? This is what people was doing. This is what people was doing. I had a dude make a video telling the world that I'm a pedophile. Then that same dude came on this show. I can't get into that yet. I gotta wait until this other thing happens before I could explain this situation. But then I had the same dude come on this show, say he lied. Same dude. Yo, I lied, man. I was just mad at you. How are you mad at somebody and you make up a lie like that? Came on the show, said he lied. Carry the cross. It's a fact. Chief says they hate Tekashi so much because he had money and he flaunted it, so that's why they that's not. I don't think that's why they hated him. I think people just mad at Tekashi. Just I have not spoke on Star Brim yet. I don't have anything new to currently say about Star Brim. I am going to cover that trial though. I will cover the Star Brim situation. I will cover the 5'9" Brim situation. I will cover it. But I don't like talking if I don't have new information to share because then I'm just making the same video over and over again. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's I don't think that's fair to people. No, she's not currently locked up as far as I know. Shout out to Dance Hall Tours with the $6.99 drop. He says, or maybe they don't want the feds looking at them, Jack. That's why they aren't talking about an active informant. Who don't want the feds looking at them? Because as far as we know, CIA Khris isn't supposed to still be an active informant. But I definitely, if anybody got anything on Star Brim they want me to look into, send me a. If anybody could get me in contact with Star Brim, how about that? Maybe I should hit her on IG and see if she got some words. Yeah, no F word, no F bombs, Illusion. Definitely, thank you. No F bombs. CEO Khris was involved in a whole nother gang lockup thing that I think involved 50 people. So in a whole nother case, he got 50 people locked up. Harv gets sentenced. I think they moved Harv's sentencing dates somewhere in May. I have to check. On March. I gotta check. Star Brim is fine. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. Let me explain something I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. This is what the defense said. They said he helped broker sting operations. You know what a broker is, right? I'm explaining to you what a broker is real quick. I want to get a house. So I go to a broker. You feel me? Because I don't want to go to a million different houses. So I go to a broker. A broker finds a nice house. Then, they let me go through a walkthrough and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? They're brokering a deal. They're trying to, there's a deal and then there's me. And they're putting me in connection with the other thing to allow for a deal to happen. That's what you do when you broker deals. They say that he brokered sting operations, meaning he got the people that wanted to do the drug selling, and he got the police, and he got the police that wanted to do the drug selling to sell the drugs to the police. I don't know what to tell you besides that. How is everybody blaming Tekashi and you got a guy that's actively brokering drug stings with the police? Shout out the dance hall tours with the 699 drop. He said why he not active? He brought down one other gang before. He could be active again. Make sure you pay your taxes, Jack. What the hell are you telling me about taxes for? No, I'm not saying he is or he isn't active. I'm saying how could us YouTube content creators know if he is or he isn't active? I'm not saying he is or he isn't active. I'm pretty sure he's active as hell. There's a good chance of it. But as far as I know, he's not active. As far as I know, he's supposed to be locked up in jail somewhere for another week, right? As far as I know, the police is never going to have him out on the street trying to bust more gangs, right? Harv is in trouble for slashing a dude in the face. Harv is in trouble for kidnapping. I don't even want to comment. I don't think it looks good. I think you could get life for kidnapping in some states. I would have never went to trial. I'm sorry. Unless they would have, maybe he went to trial because they wanted to try to make him snitch on somebody else. I don't know. I'm assuming it has to stay on his record. Yeah, it stays on his record. Focus Sports said he tried to take down Crips, but they caught on to him. But he had a drug ring who worked for him who he took down. Yep, that's a fact. The Crips tried to kill him. What are you talking about? No, that's not what I'm saying, Dance All Tours. Shout out to Dance All Tours with the 699. He said that's why the dudes around him ain't talking because they don't want to shine. No, I'm not saying the dudes around him, why aren't they talking about it? I'm saying literally, you have the punches of the world. You got the what we call Takashi Baby Money, Thicky McThickums. You got she is thick though. That's a whole fact. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. One of y'all was calling her Thicky McThickums one day. She is thick though. Shout out to her. That's a whole fact. She's attractive. They've been going on every program talking crazy about Tekashi. They had to have known about CIA Khris. That's my point. Yes, Ladybug is also thick. That's a fact. Somebody in here one day, I was talking about her, but I don't like saying her name because I used to get so many of my videos demonetized by saying her name. I don't know why. But they said it wasn't them. It could have not been her. It could have been somebody else doing it, but I don't know. Anyway, so I don't like saying her name. So somebody said I should call her Thicky McThickum. So I'm not she is thick though. That's a whole fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. Yes, CIA Khris. You want to know why everybody had to cop? Everybody had to cop because of CIA Khris. CIA Khris had the wiretaps. CIA Khris had the text messages. Everybody had to cop because of CIA Khris. That's why people had to cop. He got a type though, not for nothing. Takashi got a type. All right. All his girls don't look alike, but they look alike. The girl he's dating now, the two that they got pregnant, they don't look alike, but they look alike. If you get what I'm saying. He got a type. Your Life says, explain to me how he was able to move around New York and wasn't remembered by someone. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me too, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Yes, almost a year after everybody else was arrested, CIA Khris was still out here working, getting people locked up. That's a fact. But there's something that I want to explain real quick, right? I want to explain this before people. I don't want people to think that I'm pro crime. I'm not pro crime. I don't want drugs in our community. I don't want drugs in our streets. I don't want people out there on heroin or whatever the case. I don't want none of that. This is the problem. This is the issue I have. I think some of the ways in which they try to get actual criminals. I think some of the ways that they get actual criminals, I don't particularly think is a right or fair, because people that are not actual real criminals get caught up and they get hit with all of the time. That's part of my issue. Another issue that I actually do have is people getting disproportionate time after they've been arrested. Um, I don't, I can't explain to you. Judge Engelmeyer has been one of the most fair judges I've ever seen work. Period. I don't want to judge that somebody go out there, they murder somebody, and they let the guy right back out in the street. I don't want that. I don't want to judge where somebody go and commit a serious crime and then the judge let them out. I don't want that. I'm not saying let everybody out that's committing crimes. If you commit a crime, you get caught for that crime that you committed, and you go to court, and depending on what happens in court, that's what you have to deal with. I'm good with that. That's what it is. So I just want to make that be known. Disproportionate confinement. That's a fact, DSTN. So I just want that to be known. So when people see me and they say, okay, so you can know what I'm fighting against. That's what I'm fighting against. I'm fighting against unlawful, unreasonable ways that the system, unreasonable tactics that the system use to get people that are committing crimes that could sometimes get people who are not really criminals swept up in it. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you got an individual like CIA Khris, yeah, he probably put a lot of people in jail that actually was guilty, but I guarantee you, he put a couple people in jail that wasn't guilty of shit. It's probably doing real time right now, and they were innocent. They just was fucked up in a bad situation, and it said okay on the wrong day. That's a fact, stay wise. Don't create 5 problems trying to fix one. That's a whole fact. So that's my issue. I don't hate the police. I don't hate the judicial system. I'm not like F the police. I don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's doing their job appropriately, whether they're a fucking plumber, whether they're an electrician, a police officer, a teacher, a judge, a crosswalk guard, like whatever you are. If you doing your job the right way, salute. You feel me? Anyway, so Christian Cruz was helping the broker sting operations. Christian Cruz got the phone taps up that got mail N.O.R.E, etc. He helped get people charged that wouldn't even have been charged. Billy Idol literally dodged a bullet by 6ix9ine leaving. No, he did literally dodge a bullet. They were shooting at Billy Idol allegedly, when the girl got shot in the foot. They were shooting at Billy Otto. So he not only dodged that bullet, he dodged several other physical bullets. What's sickening, pro-life? Pro-low? What's sickening, pro-low? Yeah, so he helped get people charged that the government didn't even have charges for. Um, he was actively out here. He's happy to help the police put people in jail. And I'm not mad at individuals who's committing crimes getting caught and then going and doing their time because they committed a crime. That's not my issue. I know people right now that's locked up in jail, and I got a friend that went and did, I think he did about 20 years, something like that. And let me tell you what happened. He went out with his homies, with two of his homies. It was not important where it was. So he went out with two of his homies, right? They was at a bar. He got drunk. He had a drinking problem at the time. He got drunk. They put him in the car. He was damn near passed out. These idiots took a cab, killed the cab driver while he was in the back seat, passed out. He did 20 years. He did 20 years because he was with some dudes that killed the guy. He passed out. Did 20 years. That's who I'm fighting for. The one in a million. Without Christian Cruz wires on Ellison, conviction was not guaranteed. They said Ellison, gave him government had him on the 6ix9ine kidnapping, but without Chris Cruz's wires, they still couldn't guarantee that they was going to be able to get him. They had nothing on bat till Chris Cruz cooperated. So Chris Cruz cooperated to CIA. Chris cooperated. They had nothing on bat. That's what they said in open court. Oh, you saying he should allow for the police to do their jobs? I agree. I agree. The police never show up here and be like, "Yo, Jack, we gonna help you with your live." No, Southpaw saying that CIA. I think Southpaw saying CIA Chris needs to just allow the police to do their job and stop helping them. That's what I think he's saying. Shout out to Dance Hall Tours 699 to CEO 699 drop says CEO Chris job is to snitch. How he bring a gang down before, then Treyway work with him after. Why didn't they check his paperwork? Yo, I don't know. 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 I don't have no answer for that, by the way. I have no answer for that. Oh, they tried to jump Shotty at the ASAP Yams concert. That's a fact. And Otto stabbed the dude, allegedly, helping Shotty. Yet Shotty got Otto fired. That's crazy. I don't have too much comments on that. Oh yeah, CEO Chris had fake paperwork. You're right, your life. CEO Chris had fake paperwork made. CEO Chris had fake paperwork made. You're right, your life. Your life is on point. You're right, your life. When you got money, that's the paperwork. You need round people that don't have it. I think you said you need to get from around people that don't have it. That's a messed up thing too. Like people always think, yo, the people make it and they leave the hood. That don't be it. It's that when you start doing well, people really start fucking you up, part of my language, and preventing you from getting to your next level. I'm telling you. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be people that okay, sometimes when you're growing, people see that change and they don't see it as you're growing. They see it as you aren't the way that you were, that they liked you. I liked you much better when I was able to manipulate you. I like you much better when you let me have my way. I like you much better when I talked down to you and you didn't say anything. I liked you much better when I could push you around. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So when these aspects change, now all of a sudden people want to look at you and say, oh man, he's changing. And at the same time, you could change all you want as a person. But if a person doesn't like the new you, they're going to swear up and down that you're the same way you've always been. So stop paying. So when people are toxic like that, don't talk to them. If you are toxic and I live with you, I'm probably never gonna talk to you. What up, Inky? We got Inky in the house. If you a toxic individual, like you toxic like that, you understand what I'm saying? I'm probably rarely ever gonna talk to you. I'm like, yo, fuck it. You already bad mouthing me to everybody anyway. What the hell? I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing. Because whatever I'm might as well just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not one of those people that you're gonna do something negative to me to get me to do a thing. Hold on, let's stop everything real quick. We're gonna get right back to this. I want to explain something. You want to know what people do? I'm gonna tell you something that people do real quick. People try to manipulate you and put you in a situation to force you to do a thing. But if you're smart and you do something other than the thing that they trying to force you to do, they're gonna hate you for it. They're gonna hate you for it. Search the web for that. Just tap the search chip below. Nobody's doing anything. Stop. Leave me alone, yo. That's what they're gonna do. I'm telling you. What people do is this. What's up? What's up, Rashad? Shout out to Compton. Salute. What people do is this. I'm telling you. People who don't think they're gonna go anywhere in life, they're always trying to prevent you from going anywhere. They're gonna always try to make you stay the same. Because any type of growth that you have, you're gonna leave them behind, and then they're gonna see their own shortcomings. You understand what I'm saying? So just keep all that in mind. I just want to stop real quick and speak on that. All right, later. Later, Defrost. They just made lynching a federal crime, and it was actually a person who voted against making lynching a federal crime. Just to throw that out there. I heard that the voice in my headphones thought BBN was being taped for. I heard that voice in my headphones and thought BBN was being taped for a second. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Black Spades. We got the Black Spades up in here. Shout out Black Cuddy. He says, "Good day, Jack Frost. You're doing one of the best. You're doing one of the best info in the country, bro. Peace. I'm just trying my best, my brother." Shout out to Black Wolf with the $20 drop. He said, "My being late fee." Appreciate you, my brother. Be late more often. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, just jokes. Anyway, they wait for you to make a mistake, then they show their colors. Yeah, people do that all the time. I'm not trying to get sidetracked and talk about something else. I just keep all that shit in mind. You understand what I'm saying? People are always gonna try to manipulate you. Like with me, I'm on the ball. So people when the people are trying to do some weirdo shit to try to force me to do something, usually I don't do that thing. I usually just go do something else. I'm the type of person I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. I'm gonna go down with the shit. Like I'm one of them type of dudes. I'm not like when shit start going crazy and you trying to force me to do something, I'm gonna go down with the shit. You get a dick. I'm just keeping it a whole stack. Part of my language. Part of my language. Like let's move on. Let's move on. I'm just keeping it a whole stack. I'm gonna be like, be somebody's slave. Go down with the shit. Go down with the ship. It is. I'm just like that because that's how I perceive it. Be somebody's slave or go down with the shit. Go down with the ship. It is. And that's why you see people like be cool with me and then they get mad when they can't manipulate me or get me to do stuff they want me to do. Then they get mad, pissed at me. Don't be mad at me because you can't manipulate me to do the thing that you should be doing your damn self. Shout out to Joker Entertainment with the $4.99 drop. He says, "Happy Friday, BBN. Jack Frost, keep up the good work. Appreciate you." Don't get mad at me because you trying to manipulate me and I'm too smart. Like, get the hell. Wait, what kind of shit is that? Anyway, let's get back to the CEO Khris case. So once again, there was a pre-existing case. There was already a pre-existing case, right? Hold on. Let's get to this part right here. So the judge keeps trying to ask Chris Cruz's attorney at this point what he actually helped with so he could be able to justify whatever sentence that he's about to give him. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the, okay, so what are you telling me he helped with? So while they're asking him what he helped with, wait, why you timed out Joker Entertainment? Why is Joker Entertainment timed out? Why is Joker Entertainment timed out? All right. That was an accident, Joker Entertainment. I used to have people that used to, I don't think James S. did it on purpose. He says it's an accident and I believe him. But I used to have people that what they used to do was they would time people out that just time people out for no reason. You understand what I'm saying? So there was always some kind of tension and people pissed off in the chat. I used to have people that used to do that. Also, he donated. So you might have just timed them out and I lost the donation. I think you threw that donation back. I think I just lost that donation because you timed them out. I'm just gonna check real quick and then get back to what we're doing. No, I'm not gonna hit him with his bags. Oh no, I didn't lose it. Just got the message. Just got deleted. I wish you didn't do that though. Anyway, mistakes happen. It is what it is. Let's go. Mistakes happen. It is what it is. Let's go. Nah, you just timed him out. He gonna be back after 5 minutes. You just put him on a 5-minute break. What up? What up? What up, Free Noob? All right, so the judge is asking the defense attorney what did he actually help with. The judge asked him like 4 or 5 times. James S is cool. James S with the $10 drop. He says, Joker, sorry, homie. It went through, man. It's just, accidents happen. I just want to understand what was going on. That's all. So he asked him, the judge said, how much of the case did he put together? But there was a pre-existing case. So the judge said, how did he help make the case? He keeps asking him. CIA Chris's attorney says Mel, Nuke, Rowe, and Aaron Bat Young, they would not have gotten without the cooperation of Christian Cruz. That's 4 people. Then he said, even though they had Ellison on the 6ix9ine kidnapping, without the Cruz wiretaps, Ellison's conviction was not guaranteed. That's 5 people that we could 100% say that Chris Cruz had something that would not have even been able to be charged without Chris Cruz. I guess that's the best way to put it. These people are individuals that the government was looking at, but these people are also individuals that would not even be able to be charged, that they would not be able to get these individuals without Chris Cruz, period. Cruz at the wiretap that we heard Jim Jones on. Then no, this isn't his lawyer saying. This is the defense attorney. This is the government saying this. And then his attorney came in and said, no cooperator in the defense, in his attorney's opinion, has ever helped more than Cruz. They said he was an incredibly successful narcotics dealer. His skills, and he used those skills to infiltrate Treyway, immediately ready to help the government. They said he understood the severity of his conducts. He made steps to turn life around after arrest. First of all, you was arrested twice. Say, this is the bullshit. This is how you know he's a government agent, right? I'm gonna explain. He already put some guys away, right? So how could you now say he knows the error in his ways after his arrest? He's been arrested before. What are you talking about, homie? This wasn't the first time he's been arrested. Anyway, he had opened legitimate businesses and they forfeited $2 million. The government acts as he a risk to the public. They said they don't know. They basically say he's not a risk to the public. That's what they basically said. But also remember, his defense attorney, if you cooperate, I guess I just give you some real quick advice. If you cooperate with the government, and when you at your sentencing after your cooperation, if your lawyer doesn't talk about how you the best snitch ever, he's not doing his job the appropriate way. So we can't really take this as Khris Cruz is the best snitch ever. He's did the most snitching ever to anybody in history. We can't take that. Every single person's lawyer, when because they want that. They got that 5K one. They want the judge to give their guy a good, a little bit of as least time as possible. So they're gonna yell and scream about how my client, nobody snitched like him. He's the captain of snitching. If there was a game called Snitch Olympics and we was choosing people, he would be first pick. If snitching, you go pick up encyclopedia and you look up the word King Snitch, you're gonna see a picture of him. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they have to make it seem like their client did everything in their power to help the government. So I'm pretty sure there's people that snitch way more than Christian Cruz. So I don't want to make it sound like he's just the biggest snitch ever. Let's just keep everything in context. He did snitch though. Focus Sports says, let's think about how dirty Khris is. He was sitting on the phone, chatting it up, and playing buddy to Jim Jones and Mel. Meanwhile, he was setting them up the whole time. He definitely the biggest snitch. I want to explain something to y'all. Anybody that likes Mel Matrix, anybody that's a fan or y'all support Melly, anybody that support Melly at all, anyone that supports Melly, stop talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm going to explain why. Khris Cruz literally sent Melly to go sell drugs to the police. He was going to do the same thing with Roe. Khris Cruz, CIA Khris, literally handed drugs to Melly and sent Melly to go sell those drugs to the police. Please explain to me how this is all Tekashi's doing. I need somebody to explain to me how this is all Tekashi's doing. What up, Matt? I just need somebody to explain it to me. I mean, it can't be but so hard. Everybody that knows that Takashi is the only person that ever snitched on anybody in their life. It can't be but so hard. Explain to me how Takashi got Melly locked up. I need to know. He said CEO Khris 5-star scam general. See, this is the problem. 6ix9ine snitched on Harv, the dude that kidnapped him. 6ix9ine didn't snitch on crimes that N.O.R.E committed because 6ix9ine don't know about the crimes that N.O.R.E committed. But what 6ix9ine did say was that N.O.R.E was part of the gang, which then put him inside of the RICO. So, yes, we're going to concede that. Also said Harv was part of the gang, which helped put him inside to help solidify his place in the RICO. That's a fact. 6ix9ine could not have told on Bat. Bat shot Snow. He couldn't have told on Bat. Right? He told some stuff on Shotty, but we're also under the belief that Shotty was having sex with Thicky McThickums. So, that can be so we can't even so, he told on Shotty. Who else could he have told on? Who else could he have told on? That's my point. Who else could he have told on? All he was saying was that person's gang, that person's gang, that person's gang. These are the gang signs. This is the gang handshake. That's what he did. That guy kidnapped me. Those people up gang. You know what CEO Khris was doing? Hey, yo, man, so there's these people uptown, right? So I'm going to need you to, let me just use a box real quick. There's some people uptown, right? And I'm going to need you to take this, this package uptown to these people. Don't worry, they're going to give you like 15 grand. That's what CEO Khris was doing. I want to know what's worse. Takashi saying that guy's in gang, that guy's in gang, that guy's in gang. That guy right there that I believe was having sex with my girlfriend, my baby mama, Thicky McThickums. He was shooting at people, and that guy right there tried to kidnap me. That's what Tekashi did, basically. CEO Khris was like, hey, the police don't got nothing on you, right? Why don't you go take this package and deliver this to my friends uptown? That's what this guy was doing. That's what CEO Khris was doing. And the driver. And the driver was, they literally, this is how you know. I'm going to explain something to you. This is how you know that Tekashi was not working with them before. I'm going to explain to you right now why I don't think that Tekashi was working with the police before he got arrested, and it's known that he's working with the police. The only reason why they got the fucking driver, why they got the driver, was because they didn't have anybody on the inside. If they have Tekashi, they don't need the driver. They needed the driver to keep an eye on Tekashi. If Tekashi was a snitch, and if Tekashi been snitching, you don't need his driver. Why are you going to get one snitch to watch the other snitch? Do you understand what I'm saying? If they have Tekashi, they don't need the driver. That's why when people talk, I don't understand what the fuck you talking about. Part of my language. But that's why when people talk, what up, Ben Roman? That's why when people talk, I don't understand what y'all talking about. Like, I be like, is there common sense over here? Yo, hold on. Yo, common sense. Anybody seen it? Like, that's how people really gotta get. If he was working with the police, they also wouldn't have had to bust into his apartment. I agree with that. You don't need a person that might know a little bit when you have somebody that knows a lot. That's my point, stay wise. They had to get the driver because the driver was helping to keep an eye on 6ix9ine. They couldn't. They wanted 6ix9ine. They couldn't get him. They got the driver. If they have 6ix9ine snitching, they don't need the driver. That don't even make sense. I hear you saying snitching is snitching at the end of the day. So then why isn't people paying attention to CEO Khris and they only paying attention to Takashi? If all snitching is the same, why are people not paying attention to CEO Khris? Why they only paying attention to Takashi? He did more snitching than Takashi. He did more telling than Takashi. If snitching is snitching, then why is nobody talking about CEO Khris? Because snitching ain't snitching. All snitching ain't equal. There's light skin snitching and there's dark skin snitching. That was a joke. Oh man. Okay, so if you got some people talking about him because of his fame, I can get that. But the people that know about the situation, they can't only talk about him because of the fame. They can talk about him a little, but at the end of the day, they still got to say CEO Khris. They know. All snitching ain't equal, man. Stop letting people trick you. That's my point. The people that's involved and knows what's happening, they know about CEO Khris. Why don't they want to talk about him? Nah, snitching ain't snitching, man. If snitching was snitching, then why am I the only one talking about CEO Khris? That is proof that snitching isn't snitching. To you it might be, but to the rest of the world it isn't. That's literally proof. You can make whatever argument you want to make, but I have proof. I don't agree with you at all, Scholar the Prophet. Home Team says, Home Team Network says, so is it wrong to say something about people who threaten to kill your family, kidnap you, rob you, some more stuff, loyalty doesn't? If somebody kidnaps me, and threatens to rob me and whatever, everything is out the window. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Everything is out the window and shit. But we're not even discussing that. So I'm not sure where you're coming from with that, Home Team, because we're not even discussing that. He did say that, didn't he? Emmanuel says 6ix9ine never told when he got kidnapped. He said on the Breakfast Club that his team knows what he's talking. Yeah, that's a fact. 6ix9ine wasn't talking about his kidnapping. We was talking about his kidnapping. Jay Dollar says, I think it's just what you said. The fans and people only know about 6ix9ine because of his fame. The fans didn't know about CEO. So the fans not at fault. The famous ones are. That's my point. Shout out to Jay Dollar. Could we clap it up for Jay Dollar? Real claps. Real claps, not slow claps. Could we clap it up for Jay Dollar? That was on point. You know, I was just explaining that same thing about 6 or 7 times in a row. I explained that same point that you just wrote. Thank you. That's another great point. Focus Sports. Snitching isn't equal. 6ix9ine had to say he was kidnapped on the stands. The feds had the video. He couldn't lie. Snitching is not equal. Thank you. They had video evidence of the kidnapping. You wanted him to then say the kidnapping didn't happen? So you just want him to do 47 years. You just want 6ix9ine to do time. You just want him to get on the stand and perjure himself, even though they have literal visual evidence. I think other YouTube bloggers just don't mention CEO Khris because CEO Khris isn't gonna get them clicks, and they make videos to get clicks, and I don't always make videos for that purpose. I sometimes just make videos to talk to y'all. Sometimes I make videos because I find something out and I think you want to know about it. Other people, they make videos for the explicit. A lot of people make their videos for the explicit purpose of getting clicks, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, when you make your videos just for clicks, that you have an ulterior motive, and that ulterior motive could bleed into the quality of the content. Um, Jay Dollar said, as soon as them famous ones talk about CEO, they scared that son gonna start throwing the boys their way. Like, remember that bricks? That's a fact. Remember them 8 bricks? Well, so and so got them. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. %98 of the people would have done the same. They was literally asking 6ix9ine to get on the stand and say shit that they already knew. They wasn't asking 6ix9ine to get on the stand and say shit that the government didn't know. They just wanted 6ix9ine to get on the stand and say the shit because they needed somebody to get on the stand that the jury might believe. He didn't tell them anything that they didn't already know. Don't think 6ix9ine told them shit they didn't already know. They did that to him because he did mess up their case. I'm not lying to you. You know how many people are free right now because of 6ix9ine? Yo, a lot of people are free. A lot of this is the best way I could put it. The last case that the other case that CEO Khris got involved in, he got 50 people locked up, right? That case got 50 people, right? How many got in this case? 11 at most, 8 or 9 or something like that. If hold on. 12? Well, anyway, the point being is CEO Khris, other case, he got 50 people locked up. How many people you think they were really shooting for? They was probably shooting. Treyway, there's a lot of people in Brooklyn, man. They was probably shooting for about 40, 50, 60 people, probably 100 people. Remember, they did a 100-man pickup in the Bronx. They could have been trying to go for 100 people. You understand what I'm saying? Focus Sports says Snoop Dogg likes to chase clout off 6ix9ine, calling him a rat. Yet Snoop has an artist who's in jail, who's facing murder in life. Yet he gets out next week. He snitched on people to get out. What artist are you talking about, if you don't mind me asking? Jabalok. Yeah, I believe that the government had a lot of people lined up. I'm telling you right now, because of stuff that I've seen, they had people lined up in the music industry. They was going after people in the music industry, and more than just the people that you could think of off the top of your head. They had people lined up. They was about to make a big, 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 big bust. I don't think 6ix9ine is gonna be accepted by any gangs. To be honest with you, what the fuck are you talking about? But because see, this is what it is. When you do something that's preemptive, people don't know, or people really can't tell how much that actually helped because it was preemptive. It happened before the thing that the bad shit happened. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they still are. All right, that's what it is, Ben. Yeah, man, I wear red every now and then. Sometimes I be having orange on, but because of my lights, real quick, I want to tell you something real funny because I noticed this a while back. I wear a lot of orange because I'm a Knicks fan. Hold on, let me show you something. Real quick, take 1 second. I wear a lot of orange because I'm a Knicks fan, right? Hold on. I need to change all the lights. Okay, so I wear a lot of orange because I'm a Knicks fan, right? So hold on. This is the only one that I have right here, right in here available with me. So I wear this shirt. This shirt is orange. It's not red. I wear a lot of orange, but because I changed the light up here, because I changed the light, a lot of times I'm wearing orange. The shit look red. I just be like, oh, whatever, man. I don't care. I like red too. My size, what? What are you talking about? You said your size. My size, what? No, the government is definitely not done. Um, Once again, the Trinitarios, not all Trinitarios, obviously. I'm talking about the Trinitarios that was involved with the case where they hacked up that young boy in the middle of the street. That created a situation where the government had to do something, and now you cannot have people hacking people up in the middle of the street. The government is gonna react much quicker to somebody getting hacked up, in a little 15-year-old kid getting hacked up in the middle of the street, than they are a community that has drugs in it like crazy. You understand what I'm saying? That hacking somebody up in the middle of the street, we got to take care of that now. So what basically happened was, in my belief, the U.S. government did what they were supposed to do, We have to make sure that New York City has the appropriate financing to combat this type of insanity. So the gang task force and all of that going around New York City, they got a lot of money after that situation with Junior. So the Trinitario situation, the gang unit and all of them, I would assume they got they got they got everything they need. We can't have people running around on the street hacking other individuals up. R.I.P. to Lissandro Guzman Felez. That's a fact. Or it's a Felez Guzman. Guzman. Shout out to Lissandro. That's a fact. I do not think that Star Brim is going to cooperate. But I don't know how I feel about that. This is a young lady, 22 years old. She's facing 50 years. She just had a baby. I don't know how I feel. I don't think she's going to cooperate. I'm not saying she should cooperate also. Can we just be clear on that? I'm not saying anybody should ever cooperate. She's 28. I thought she was like younger than that. I don't know anything about Snoop Dogg's paperwork, so I can't tell you anything. I have not been one of the people that like bringing up Snoop Dogg's court situation. Because Snoop Dogg had that court situation around the same time that people was putting bodies on rappers. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, so there was this period in the 90s when record labels was seeing that they were going to have to start paying. Okay, so real quick, for everybody that don't know, the couple of things that the 90s did, what the 90s did was actually show the marketability of hip-hop. And not just hip-hop, but like R&B, all of that stuff. Shout out to Bad Boy. Shout out to Diddy. He said he's gonna bring R&B back. Please do. Please bring R&B back. Real R&B, please. With that being said, um, there was a period in the 90s where I think the record labels was trying to figure out how they could still have control over the artists. And some of the things that they were doing were there was stories of happening is record labels literally getting rappers in putting bodies on rappers and everything else and getting them involved with court cases so they could go in debt, and then they got to stay with the label because you understand what I'm saying, they was like manipulating them. So a lot of that shit that happened I don't really go all the way with. So um just like people were saying that Snoop really did catch a body and then they put it on somebody else or whatever the fucking case could be. What was also happening was they were lining up people, rappers, to get charges. Now you wonder why Bill Cosby is in the situation that he's in. In order to get to a certain peak, you gotta show that you down sometime. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. I don't really care about that. I didn't say that she should tell Ben Roman. I don't know what kind of argument you're having. I hope it's not with me. I'm just saying I don't know how I feel about the situation. Somebody is 9 times out of 10 gonna talk. Somebody, we're not talking like that, Ben Roman. Ben Roman, we're not doing that. Don't talk about what people are gonna be doing in prison. We're not doing that. We're not that type of channel. Um, now you good. Don't worry about it. Just just you didn't know. Um, yeah, she just took a charge and didn't tell her nobody. Did a couple of months or something. I got to take a closer look at the Troy Ave case, but Troy Ave is gonna get up there and say what happened. He doesn't care. He's not going to jail, if possible. I have no idea. See, that's my point. Like, is somebody supposed to? Like, is somebody that know that? Like, let's say you got somebody that they know they're gonna go down for one of the more serious charges, and they're not coming out. They're not coming home. They already know they're gonna go for one of the most serious charges. Star just had a baby. Do you try to eat her charge? Do you pull a weebay? Do you pull a weebay? That's the question. You know you going down. You know you not coming. You know you about to do 40 or 50 years. You are not coming home. Do you pull a Weebay? Do you eat stars? Do you attempt? Do you say, yo, look, I'll cop out to all of this other stuff, but I need to cop out to her charges also because that wasn't her, that was me. Easy Owusu. I'm just Jack Frost. That's one. Two, I do media, so I talk about stuff that happened. If you're actually in the street life, I don't know the proper protocols for all of that type of stuff. But I don't talk about anything that I've ever really done. Not as all. So, not saying that I've done anything. Also, I don't think she's gonna volunteer no information either. Julian the King says, I think Star gonna take whatever charge she know they could prove without a doubt. She not volunteering no information at all. One of her charges is 30 years and the other one, no, one of her charges is 30 years and the other one is 20, by the way. Weebay. Weebay was from The Wire, the show The Wire. Real quick, everybody got to go watch The Wire. That's one. Season one, all the way to the last season. Even the season that was slow, I think it was 2 or 3. It was slow, but watch that season also. So basically, what happened was Weebay was a hitter, and so he got caught for a body or two. So he just took all the bodies. He's like, I did them all. He was taking bodies for people who was on the other gang. Like, he was taking bodies for people who wasn't even part of his gang. He was just taking everybody bodies. Everybody bodies. We was taking them all. He ain't care. Give me a sandwich. That's a fact. Shout out to Weebay. That shit was crazy. He took the bodies of the niggas, pardon me. He took the bodies of the people that they was warring with. He even took their bodies. He took everybody bodies. He was like, yo, I'm not going home anyway. Oh, Khris did the same thing? I forget. I know Weebay did it. Rio said I had a homie that did that. No lie. Salute to him. He took 3 dudes' charges, told the homies to go home and enjoy life. Wow. That's how the real mob used to move. That's a whole fact. Weebay a soldier. That's a whole fact. Talk about the gangster group chat, those hat tag. I don't know which one you're talking about, Mr. Shoeasm. Shoeseum, Mr. Shoeseum. Yeah, gangster. Yo, y'all gotta watch The Wire. Anybody who has not watched The Wire, you are missing out. I don't know no better way to explain that. The Wire is literally one of the best shows. If you like Power, you'll love The Wire. The Wire. If you like Power, you'll love The Wire. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Wait, so hold on, Julian. You saying that the Brims also was talking crazy all over the group chats? All of them do. If I have something to tell you that it can't even get me locked up, but I just don't want other people to know, I'm gonna be like, yo, I gotta pull up on you. I don't care what it is. If it's just something I don't like, so I need to tell you this face to face. I'm like, it ain't even a crime. I can't get in trouble for it. I'm gonna need to still pull up on you. And if I can't pull up on you, let's just hope I remember to the next time I see you. I might not remember. No, I haven't seen the Brilliant Interview Idiots interview with Star. Wait, The Wire's on Hulu? I think The Wire's only on Hulu if you get the extension, right? Oh, I got HBO. I got HBO Go anyway, so it don't matter. I watch it anyway. I got everything. Hold on though. Yeah, I gotta get the add-on. I don't want to get the add-on because I got HBO. I got everything. So I like, why am I gonna pay for the add-on? That don't make sense. There's not enough stuff in here for me to pay for the add-on. Maybe I pay for the add-on. Think about it. I'm not gonna pay for the add-on. I used to watch. I've seen The Wire a million times. Right now, the show I'm watching every day is The Last Kingdom. I watch The Last Kingdom every day. Check out The Last Kingdom. Let me show y'all what it is real quick. Gotta check this out. Check out The Last Kingdom. It's on Netflix. I watch the show. I watch at least one episode of this show every single day. It's literally my favorite show. You gotta check this out. The Last Kingdom. That's King Alfred right there. That's Alfred. You gotta check out this show, The Last Kingdom. It's dope. Netflix. You gotta check it out. Yeah, you gotta pay monthly for Hulu. What are you talking about? Yeah, Weebay's funny as hell, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've always thought Omar was based on my actual cousin. You know, a lot of those people are based on real people in real life, right? You know that, right? A lot of those people is based on people in real life. I got a cousin who's locked up right now. I always thought Omar was based off of him. The only part I didn't get was like I don't get the gay part, but everything else that like my cousin was about is 100% Omar. And my cousin was a dark skin, but he was down there in Baltimore around the time that all that bullshit was going on. Anybody that got beef with that dude though, he's not my cousin. It can't be him. They not the same people. But people that don't got beef with him, they might be the same people. That's what my cousin used to do, rob drug dealers. Shout out to the 41st side. What up, G Styles? We gonna pull up out of here. We've been in here an hour and a half. Their parents have Hulu. They don't pay monthly. Somebody pays monthly. I don't know what to tell you. Do they work for Hulu? Anyway, we gonna pull up out of here. We gonna get it. I gotta get a couple of things together today. Um, it's free with Sprint. Ah, did not know that. Shout out to that. I do not want Sprint, by the way. I'm happy with who I have. Hulu also has an annual fee. I'll look into that. Oh, so okay, so the real Omar is still alive. He jumped out the window. Oh, on the show where Omar jumped out the window, he was on that show. Copy. Okay, so he's not my cousin. Okay, I've been thinking that for a long time, man. My cousin beat a Fed charge. He shot some cops up or some shot some feds up or some shit. He beat the charge because they did some weirdo shit. They had him doing illegal shit, and then they showed up to kill him. and they didn't say who they was or nothing, and there was witnesses, and it just looked at like it just looked like my cousin was in a space, and some other dudes rolled up on him and started shooting him, and then he returned fire. He beat that charge. Yo, wait, hold on, stop everything. So Wayno, you seen The Last Empire? That shit is good, ain't it? And you only seen one episode? Watch when you get to like the fifth wait, hold on. We gonna pull up out of here right now. But before we pull up out of here, we talk about The Last Empire for 1 second. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. You in the first season, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Episode 4 and 5. Woo! That's when I hit my stride. I saw the first episode. I was like, yo, this is a good show. I saw the second episode. I'm like, yeah, I'm liking this. I saw the third episode. I was like, hey, now I'm really intrigued. I saw the fourth and fifth episode. I was like, drugs? These is them damn drugs. That show is good. Watch The Last Kingdom. That shit is good. I don't know how to explain this. I watch at least one episode every single day. It's just good. Utrid. Yeah, um, with that being said, yo, look, I love y'all. This is Friday. I want everybody to have a beautiful day. I want everybody to have a beautiful weekend. Let's go out there and let's be productive. Let's encourage the people around us, because when the people around us lives get better, our lives also get better. And also, when we helping somebody else be the best person that they could be, in that moment, we're being the best us that we could be. So let's try to encourage greatness in others, because when we're encouraging greatness in others, that's when we are at our greatest. With that being said, yo, look, one thing that we could do for today, let's go and bring something home. You got the youngins at the home. Let's bring home a little treat for them today. You got the old lady or the husband at home. Let's bring them a little treat today. Let's do something out of the kindness of our heart for the people that's closest to us. Let's do that today. Whoever is close to you, do something out of the kindness of your heart. Just do something to make them smile, make them feel good, so they can laugh and joke and have fun. Today's Friday. Let's laugh, joke, have fun, be silly. Let's do that. I love when I have the opportunity to be silly, because I spend so much time being so serious that when I have the opportunity to be silly, I just love it. And those people that I could be silly around are my favorite people. I'm just telling you, this a whole stuff. When did these names start? Oh, I hit the other thing. I was on, what was I on before? Ah. All right, we can stay here for a minute. Shout out to Home Team Network Live with the 4.99 drop. He says, thanks to the hard workforce, BBN has been 99.9% on point. As far as I know, I don't know what to tell you. Anna Morales is Jack. You're so informational. H. I don't know what the H is for, but thank you. Anyway, shout out to Anna Morales. I hit the thing. I went to see how she looked and shit. I was like, Anna Morales, she looked like she might be a cutie. Hey, Anna Morales, are you short and thick? Because that's how I like them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So you look, I love y'all. I want everybody to go win today. I want everybody to go. I want everybody to go win. All right, so let's go be productive. Let's go help other people to win. Let's go get our win. And remember, what somebody else's isn't yours, and what's yours isn't somebody else's. All right. So don't worry about what other people got. Don't worry about what you have. Just keep your eyes on the road so you can see where you're going. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. I was reading something. My apologies. Sending nothing but love for you. I appreciate you. I asked her when she's short and thick though. I'm just joking. It's all good. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Barbers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.